Hey, what's up? So I just did a teaser video of the training that you're about to watch right now and immediately got a phone call from a gentleman who's a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing space. He's been in the game for decades, and he said that this training, just the teaser that I put out, was a breakthrough for him. Okay, so this training that you're about to watch is the 4 mechanics of a super producer's organization, and I'm going to explain it as it pertains to network marketers, but it's good for any business. And this is super valuable information that'll take you from where you're at. If you want to go to a 7-figure or 8-figure a year income, you're going to need to know these 4 mechanics. So grab something to take notes with, and let's get started.
He comes on hard but nice. He's sincere, he is humble, but he is a powerhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage,
Hey guys, hope you're having an incredible day and it's about to get even better, okay? Because I have a lot of time to sit and just think. I don't want to say I make a lot of time to just sit and think about different things that would be valuable to me, that I would want to know, valuable to my friends, other entrepreneurs. And about a month ago, I was thinking, what's the difference? What's some of the main differences between people that make $50,000 a year and people that make $5 or $10 million a year? Super producers, super entrepreneurs. What's the biggest differences? Now, obviously, there's some pretty significant mental differences, psychological differences, the way that they think. We could get into that. We could get into the differences between employees and entrepreneurs, how if you're, in an employee, fast food or something like that, and you're just doing mechanical things such as, you show up, you put the fries here, you put this, it takes no thought. It's, you're like a machine, but you just haven't been replaced by a machine yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everyone has, to each his own. But entrepreneurs, they have that self-driven, they don't have to be told what to do. They know what to do. They do it, the successful ones. And so I was thinking, what's the biggest difference between entrepreneurs that make 50, 75, 100 grand a year, okay, and the people that make, 5 million, 10 million, the super producers? What's the biggest differences? And I boiled it down to what I call the 4 mechanics of super producers organization. I cater to the network marketing profession. I was calling it the 4 mechanics of network marketing. It's the 4 things you have to know and understand well in order to be one of those super successful people in network marketing. But I got to thinking, this applies to any sort of a super producer. It doesn't matter what kind of a business that you're in, these 4 mechanics applies to whatever. And it's, especially if it has to do with anything sales, marketing, which is just about everything nowadays. So I got to thinking, and I want to share it with you guys, and this very well may be the most valuable video that you've ever seen. Okay, it may be that valuable to you. I want you to get something to take some serious notes, and if you can, get somewhere that's quiet, because this is something we need to really pay attention to. So the 4 mechanics of network marketing, the 4 mechanics of a super producer's organization. Number 1 is personal. So this is stuff that you can do personally to make $1. Personal production, income producing activities. If you're in network marketing, for an example, this is recruiting, this is following up, this is launching your business, this is doing an event, this is things that they're going to make you $1. They're going to be things that you can personally do to further your business. Okay, very simply put, if you can do this and it makes you $1, it directly impacts your business because of what you personally did. That's personal. So that's number 1. Number 2 is interpersonal. Okay, so interpersonal would be like relationship building, which is of the utmost importance that a lot of people don't do nowadays. But the best in any field, they do that. And I'll use my dry cleaner for example. So my dry cleaner isn't worried about getting my business today. They're worried about 10 years from now. How I know that is because, you know, typically when you drop something off, it's like 2 days later or a day, whatever. But I can go to them and tell them I need it today. They'll do whatever it takes within reason. Matter of fact, one day I was catching a flight. I think I was going to Australia, and I needed some stuff that they had. And one of the young ladies over there, she got my stuff. She brought it to my house and dropped it off. And I think I paid for it later whenever I got back. I was over there for like 2 weeks. So it's a situation where those guys, they've got my business for life, and they know that because they've went above and beyond. They've built a relationship with me. I got a Christmas card from them. Now this is a dry cleaner. You know, I've got the guy that details all the cars here at the house, you know, texting me. He's, you know, on my Facebook. He's reaching out to me. Not only has he got my business, but I've told tons of people about him. You know, he's booked, you know, but he makes time for me because we have a relationship. You know, relationship building is of the utmost importance. Another part of the interpersonal, you know, part of the 4 mechanics is communication. You know, one of the biggest contributing factors to people throwing up their hands, being frustrated, and quitting the network marketing profession is poor communication from their upline and from their corporate team. I've heard so many times, you know, hey, you know, I talked to this person, they called me, texted me every single day for the past 2 months. I finally signed up. Now I can't get in contact with them. They haven't told me what to do, how to get my first check. So you got to make sure that you have systems for everything, including communication. Communication is of the utmost importance. If you get married and you don't have good communication, the next step is either marriage counseling or divorce. You know, if you're in network marketing, if you're in business at all, and you have poor communication, you know, that's it. Divorce. It's the next step, you know. And then bringing you, which is probably the problem, to another business, that's not going to help. Create those systems for communication. Create those relationships if they're not there. The third part of the 4 mechanics of a super producer's organization is leadership. Leadership it takes a little bit of time, but it's the most valuable because no one can take it away from you, okay? It's something that if you want to increase your paycheck, increase your value to the marketplace. Write that down. If you ever want to increase your paycheck, increase your value to your market, okay? Leadership, this mechanic is all about systems and value, okay? The systems you can build and put together, which we teach that in my courses and at the Dream Achievers Intensive, my events. So we teach that, okay? But matter of fact, one of the core trainings that I do is how to create a getting started system that forces duplication. Love that because it works no matter what company. So, you know, it's about systems that you can create in order to facilitate people that believe in you enough to partner with you in business to have success, okay? So it's about systems and it's about value. The value that you build in yourself and the value you give to your audience, the value that you give to your team, your partners, you know, your employees, if you know it's a traditional business or whatever the case may be. So leadership, this mechanic of a super producer's organization is all about systems and the value, okay? The fourth and final mechanic of the 4 mechanics of a super producer's organization is an influencer, okay? Fourth mechanic is influencer. And so if you ever really, really want to get to the point where you're making $100,000 a month in profit, $500,000 a month, $1 million a month, whatever, you need to become an influencer and develop influencers. I was just out in Vegas, and it was for 7- and 8-figure earners only. It was a special event. So I was out there with a good group of people, and they were talking about influencers, and they were asking people, going around the room, how many influencers do you have in your organization? Now, this was before I retired from the field in network marketing as the #1 earner in my company and went full-time training and coaching, you know, so this was before that. And we had people there that were making up to over $600,000 a month. And people were saying, I've got 5, I've got 10, I got 15. About 20 was the max, 20 influencers in their organization. And this is people that whenever they say something, just people do it, plain and simple. They have influence over people. They're people that, they post on social media and 400, 500 likes, and they send out an email blast and people hop to, and just different stuff like that. Influencers, whenever they say something, people move. Okay, they walk into a room and people know. Influencers. So developing yourself as an influencer, developing your brand, it kind of ties in with leadership, but then again, it doesn't, because influencers, that's all about visibility and gaining influence over groups of people. And you do that by providing value, by providing content, staying consistent with content, getting out there, interviewing folks, doing podcasts, going to the events, hosting your own events, whatever it is that you need to do. I have a training called the 7 Steps to Brand Yourself as a Sought After Professional. And, so you follow those steps and voila, you're an influencer. And so we teach that also at the Dream Achievers Intensive. And by the way, in the comments section, or not the comments section, I just got off Facebook doing a live talking a little bit about this. In the description here on YouTube, in the description, I'm going to put the link to the Dream Achievers Intensive. I always have one going. So if you decide you want to go to the Dream Achievers Intensive and get trained by the best in the world in the network marketing profession, which is really good, no matter what type of business that you're in, even if you're not in network marketing, it's really good stuff that you can use and you can apply to any business. We even do some personal development stuff, and it's really, really valuable. So the last of the 4 mechanics is influencer. So we got personal, which is the stuff that you can do personally that make an impact on your business. Interpersonal, which is the things that you can do as far as relationship building and communication. Leadership, which is dependent on systems and value that you build in yourself and that you deliver. And then influencer, which is you developing yourself as an influencer and developing influencers in your organization. So I would love to hear your feedback in the description. Leave me a comment. If you like it, like it. If you unlike it, if you don't like it, unlike it, whatever. Share it with your organization. If you have any questions about this, just drop them in the comment section on YouTube. I'll answer them. So appreciate you guys. Hopefully you got a ton of value out of this. If not, you weren't paying attention. So love you all. Take care.